Hello everyone, my name is Jaden Campbell and today I'm going to take you on an adventure to find diverse books for your classroom library. The first stop on our adventure is the Cedar Ridge Elementary Learning Commons, also known as my second home. When I moved in August as the new media specialist, I realized I had moved into a bit of a fixer-upper. Over the past few years, it has had multiple owners that have only stayed a year or so. Some of the owners moved to a new location in the school and others retired. I plan to make it my forever home, so I have some major renovations to do. As the new media specialist, I quickly realized I had too many books on the shelves about animals and not enough about characters that look like the students in my school. On this adventure, we are going to find books with characters of color, Spanish-speaking characters, and characters from low-income families. We will stop and visit 3 books today: Dream Big, Ada's Violin, the story of the recycled orchestra of Paraguay, and Spanish is the language of my family. All of these books have characters of color and tell a unique story to bring to the library. The first book is Dream Big by Ricky Sapp. Ricky's a former NFL linebacker. He visited a college football game as a young boy and decided that day that he would one day play in the big leagues. This dream would lead him to become a Clemson Tiger football player and then an NFL player. His dream was met with some roadblocks along the way. He was kicked out of school and knew he had to return to school in order to play football. Ricky's story is one that can inspire a multitude of students, including students that may struggle with behavior at school like young Ricky did. My library needs more titles for boys that are written by black males and have black males as the main character. Dream Big not only inspires students, but gives young black males at my school the opportunity to see a character that looks like them in a story reaching incredible heights as an NFL player. The next book we are going to stop at is Ada's Violin, the story of the recycled orchestra of Paraguay. This story is inspired by the true story of the recycled orchestra. The author, Susan Hood, was inspired to write the story after seeing the recycled orchestra on an episode of 60 Minutes. Young Ada grew up in a very poor community, digging through the landfill to make money and help provide for her family. One day she met a teacher that was teaching music lessons. She realized that there weren't enough instruments and worked with others to create instruments out of items at the dump. Some students in your school likely live in low-class families where they may have to work to help their families. Students can see Ada's story and be inspired to create something out of almost nothing. Ada's Violin also provides students with a diverse cast of characters. Hispanic students have the opportunity to hear an inspiring story about a group of characters from a real Hispanic community. The last stop on our adventure is at this book, Spanish is the Language of My Family. Michael Genhart based this story from stories he heard from his mother growing up. In this story, a young boy bonds with his grandmother while he's preparing for his school spelling bee. He learns that when she was a child, she was punished for speaking Spanish at school. The book can be used to show students how the main character embraced his primary language. I have many ESOL students in the school. Sometimes they're fearful or embarrassed to speak their primary language at school. The main character in this story shows how he embraces Spanish and uses it to share his culture with others. Our adventure is now at the destination New Books. As you leave this adventure and embark on your own journey, I encourage you to find books that are engaging, enriching, and inspiring to all students in your school. Challenge yourself to find books that are not well known but can be very impactful for your students. Thank you.